Tonight, with the expected release of the Mueller report just days away, President Trump taking perhaps his strongest shots yet at the origins of the Russia investigation.
This was an attempted coup. This was an attempted takedown of a president. And we beat them. We beat them. Every single thing about it. There were dirty cops. These were bad people.
We asked, has the report been sent to him? Have you seen it?
I have not seen the Mueller report. I have not read the Mueller report. I won. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care about the Mueller report.
For months, the president and his supporters have argued the Russia probe began with illegal surveillance during his campaign.
They spied on me. They spied on our campaign. Who would think that's possible?
Now, in a remarkable moment, this from his attorney general today, who says he'll review how it all started.
I think spying did occur.
Well, let me...
The question is whether it was predicated, adequately predicated. And I'm not suggesting it wasn't adequately predicated, but I'd need to explore that.
It comes as Republicans have criticized the FBI leadership back in 2016 as biased against candidate Trump, and as the Justice Department's Inspector General is looking into how surveillance warrants were obtained against a former Trump campaign advisor. But tonight, Democrats taking aim at Barr's comments.
That sets off red flags everywhere.
It was deeply disturbing to see the Attorney General make such a cavalier suggestion that there was spying on the Trump campaign.
Kristen joins us now from the White House. Kristen, the president also said this today when asked who might take over at the Department of Homeland Security.
Frankly, there's only one person that's running it. You know who that is? It's me.
And now, Kristen, we have learned there is another vacancy at that agency?
That's right, Lester. The deputy DHS secretary just resigned overnight. She had been working with Kirstjen Nielsen, who was, of course, pushed out on Sunday. Late tonight, the president again suggested he'll call up more military to the border as he's promised a tougher direction on immigration.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.